Mother's Day is almost here. Well, Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24 karat gold dipped blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip the flowers that die in a week. These last forever. Steven Singer Jewelers signature gold dipped roses. They're real roses dipped in real 24 karat gold, and they're guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly blue rose, bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. Blue roses symbolize rarity and admiration, which makes it the perfect gift to honor moms. This forever gift is a real long-stemmed rose, and it's dipped in 24 karat pure gold. I don't know how they do it. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of Terminator 2, I guess, but he does it. Steven has his full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personal Mother's Day note. Shipping's always complimentary. That means free, yes. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these will not be restocked and supplies are limited. Nothing says I love you like a real authentic Steven Singer 24 karat gold dipped rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Finding a new job is stressful, but with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I wanted to talk about Donald Trump's interview on NBC. It's getting a lot of heat. The clips are up. That's all you need. Just need those clips. Just the clips. And people, of course, are taking them out of context. They're cutting off right after a word. Not even at the end of a sentence anymore. They cut off in the middle of a sentence. Go, see? See what he said? It's all criminal. It's criminal, the media. But look, Trump has the balls to go on these news stations that continually trash him. Their whole motivation to getting Trump on their shows is to trash him and present lies about him, to smear him. And I'm not saying this guy's a perfect president. I'm really not saying that. But the media is motivated by their job. They need to be the propaganda machine for the left. They need to knock Trump down and smear him, and that's what they do. So, but, Trump is brave. He'll get up there. He'll talk to anybody. He's already, I would say, probably 100 times more press access than Biden. He's given the media 100 times more of his time speaking to them than Biden did. So, you could say what you want about him, but he's transparent. He'll talk, and he gets in trouble for it because he's Donald Trump. You could take what he says and understand it, or you could take what he says and twist it around. Here he is. This is, I guess he's talking about illegals and due process. And this is a big thing because what we've seen on the news is these illegal, but undocumented citizens, wonderful people without passports, whatever you want to call them. Do they have due process in the United States? Of course they do. When an illegal is here and he eventually murders somebody, he goes to court. He has a trial in an American court. That's due process. And we've seen this happen. When they're here illegally and they're caught, there is a different type of due process. They don't have to go through the entire rigmarole of a judge and jury trial. They're here illegally. Throw them out. Throw them out. And that's what Trump's been doing. And certain judges around the country and even the Supreme Court have made some decisions that are a little puzzling when it comes to keeping this country safe. And Trump is asked about those things. Do these illegal aliens have a right to due process? And he answers honestly and gets in trouble for it. So here it is. Do illegals have due process?
Your Secretary of State says everyone who's here, citizens and non-citizens, deserve due process. Do you agree, Mr. President?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Well, the Fifth Amendment says
I don't know.
much.
It might say that, but if you're talking about that, then we'd have to have 1 million or 2 million or 3 million trials. We have thousands of people that are some murderers and some drug dealers and some of the worst people on earth. Some of the worst, most dangerous people on earth. And I was elected to get them the hell out of here, and the courts are holding me from doing it.
But even given those numbers that you're talking about, don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know. I have to respond by saying again, I have brilliant lawyers that work for me, and they are going to obviously follow what the Supreme Court said. What you said is not what I heard the Supreme Court said. They have a different interpretation.
Is anyone in your administration right now in contact with El Salvador about returning Abrego Garcia to the United States?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the Attorney General that question.
So you see what they grabbed onto. The Constitution, the due process. And Trump goes, I don't know. And what do? Trump says, I don't know if the Constitution says or if they should have due process. I speak Trump. What he obviously was saying there was regarding these cases. Not whether, hey, Trump, is the Constitution something that we should adhere to in this country? I don't know. Screw everyone. No. In these cases, judges rule, even the Supreme Court can rule, but then judges can interpret what was said. A guy named Joe Biden did this when he shelled out a bunch of money for these college tuition reimbursements. The Supreme Court said it was illegal. He said, well, we don't think so, and our lawyers are working on it. And in the interim, we're just going to shell out a bunch of taxpayer money to pay people's college tuitions. So when Trump says, I don't know, he's talking about these particular cases. Are they, do they have a right to due process? Yes, of course. In these immigration cases, I don't know. Trump goes, I don't know. Let's let the lawyers hash it out. I'm not a lawyer. I love the politicians and presidents that profess to know everything and be lawyers. Oh, yeah, of course they do. And here's what should be done. You're not a lawyer. So let's see what the lawyers say about those decisions. And in the interim, get these guys out. Get them out. They were brought in for a reason, and not a good one by the Democrats and Biden, or whoever was working Biden, to screw up the demographics of cities and states and to influence elections. All bad things. So get them out. And until they slap, I think Trump will continue to do this until they slap cuffs on him again, which I love. I love it. Here's another part of this interview. What do we got? 7, 9. Trump has asked about the election being rigged. Can we play that one real quick?
You know, my 4 years were phenomenal, as you know, the stock market. In fact, even though we had to go through the COVID thing, that horrible situation with COVID, we did numbers. And when I gave it over, when I handed it over, the election was rigged. And because of that, we have a lot of problems, by the way. But when I handed it over, what happened? The market was higher than it was previous to COVID coming in. Yeah. Nobody could believe it. The stock market I'm talking about.
I don't want to look back, but you did take your case to court about that.
Back.
You took your case to court about your allegations against the election. Let me ask you,
There's no question about it. The election was rigged. The facts are in, and it's still being litigated. Let's go.
You did take your case to court more than 60 times and didn't win those cases.
I won a lot of court cases.
Just to button that up, though, sir.
That's all we need.
Just to button.
What happened was they wouldn't even hear the cases. I almost said it. She's talking about, no, the election wasn't stolen. It was, it went to court. No, the court said, we're not even going to look at this. There was a mountain of evidence of at least some shenanigans going on. You know, legally, if you don't want to say the election was stolen, you could at least say there was a lot of things going on that should have been looked at. The court didn't even want to look at it. And, of course, she's got to chime in. And I love that Trump just goes, no, it was stolen. Well, we don't want to look back at things like that and go, stolen election, stolen. I love it.